So we are doing the cooking show, and I am in my pajamas. I've just woken up. Now, thank goodness I already took everything out. And the butter, this is the first step. Get the bowl out. The butter was the first step. You have to leave the butter sitting out on the counter, and that way when you're ready you just do that. And then we're gonna, right now, okay, that's right, right now, well, I'm gonna try to do garbage and a trip over to the oven at the same time. So I'm gonna get all the 2 eggs, butter. That's the recipe for everything. Plus, this is the box. This is how I make the brownies. Okay, nice. The plastic. Just did it easy. Didn't even need a knife. The knife is over there near the oven, and I'm gonna get the oven going. As soon as I go over there, I'm gonna get the oven heating up, even though, well, I mean, you know, preheating, that's a step. It's nice, I don't just have the news going, I have the camera going too. Okay, oven on. Oh, turn it back down to, I think it was on toast. The news is on, and I'm gonna, this is what I try to do with every recipe. I try to do it as quickly as I possibly can. Now I want you to show you, it's like magic, because you're like, what? Don't you need more wet junk in there? No, you do not. You just, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. I wish you could really see it, but it's like impossible to do this with one hand. Is this possible? I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, I guess you can. Okay, now you can see what I'm seeing. Basically, it's all about just keeping it going. I guess this takes longer than you think, but the first step is you do the dry ingredients. I'm trying to think of something to say, I guess. Normally I just kind of would be listening to the news, but I don't know if you can hear the news. Of course, we're at the last little bit of the news hour. So, I mean, it's just like trying to feel good news. They were just talking about the Oscars are coming up, and who do you think is going to win? Oh, I think. And now they're talking about student athletes, kids running around, having fun. So you can see it's starting to come together. And now, when you can see it's really starting to come together, is when you start to consider what's called gluten, is when it sticks together. So the biggest secret to baking, don't overmix it. And that's the #1 secret. So right about now, and also I read, I was at the library doing, I wasn't researching, okay, so now we're ready to go with the nuts, because I was I was in the cookbook section. There's a million of these, and I opened up a baking one, and it said, when you put that's good enough. Don't want too many nuts, because I have so much other cool stuff I'm going to put into here. Okay. So, let me get back up here. So I was at the library, and the book, it said, don't, what did it say? It said like, everything's gonna, if you do the fruit, I think it was talking about, but fruit is nuts is the kind of fruit. So, no, it's, and it said, put the fruits and stuff in there when there's still a little bit of flour, so that they float. And I guess that's what I tried to do just now. Is before there was any gluten formation, before it just became a big old thing of mush, I throw the nuts in there and make sure to get them incorporated, but don't over mix it. See, there we go. You can see I probably did like 50 something swirls, but you can still see a lot of the browning mix in there. And if this was like cookies or something, so you can see I basically just, that's the secret. It's basically still not really mixed up. Now is the favorite part. I'm trying to do this as quickly as I possibly can. Now is when it's actually in there. Flatten it out. And I guess that what I've decided to do is a pie crust over the top of it, because the package came with 2 pie crusts, and I ended up with the 2 pie crusts, and this week I did a pie crust on the top. Oh nice, Cars for Kids is on. I don't know if you can hear it. Oh yeah. Oh darn, that was the short version. So what you try to do, with the pie crust, I had the pie crust, and what did I make? I made, blood thinners. That's good. So I made a coffee cake, and I, instead of doing like just some crappy what do you call it, pancake mix, pouring it over the top layer, what I did was I did the pie crust on top, and everybody gobbled it up. I have never seen people eat so much I've never seen so much eating of it so fast. it was gone so fast. I think because of the pie crust, because it was so crunchy, and so people were like munching down, and okay, I need a little bit less. I don't know. This is yummy stuff. Okay, here's the pie crust. Oh, right. I'm trying to get. So, wow, this is just going on forever. So you can see that what really takes up the most time, I'm going to do the dishes too, because did you know that all chefs do the dishes while they're cooking? Now I normally, if you're really doing a chef, you don't have time to do the dishes, and then you let somebody else do them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the dishes when I'm done, because I guess I'm really cooking. So what I'm doing right now is, I would normally try to do all this as fast as I possibly could, but I guess the news is on and I didn't hear about what's going on in the world today. I was watching the news just a little bit ago last night, and I guess that still talking to myself. This is fun. I don't normally talk to myself. What the hell, this lady's? Okay, so now what we're going to do is do the pie crust for no apparent reason. You know, this would turn out alright. I'm using this automatic caramel. So the automatic caramel does well, almond pours on this morning. I don't need to hear what's coming up for the next hour, so I'm going to keep talking over it so that it's a surprise for me. So what I'm going to do is have too much of this pie crust. Honestly, I didn't even try the other one, the one that everybody was eating up with this pie crust. Not a fan. I don't usually use automatic pie crust or caramel. It just doesn't turn out very good. So that's why I want to put something over the top of it, because this caramel is awful for cooking. It's actually just supposed to be for, the fridge is right here. It's supposed to just be for, you put the, whatever, gross. You put the apple in it. Yum, you put the apple in it. Oh yeah. This is the, I don't want to hear about abortion. I guess it's part of the Constitution in France. So I am putting onto here, yum. So this is where the brown sugar is over here for coffee. And then while I'm at it, I'm going to throw some brown sugar on top of this pie crust so it doesn't look awful. And you're also supposed to put onto the top of there some white sugar too. So whoever was in charge of heating all the white sugar is going to be happy, because I'm going to fill it back up. Wow, that was a lot of sugar. I didn't need to. Oh my gosh. I didn't need to put so much sugar on top of this thing. We're just trying to get it in the oven as quickly as we can, because I really don't want to be in the kitchen anymore. I've been in here for like 10 minutes. Oh my gosh, like 15 minutes. I just looked at the clock or whatever. Who cares? I would normally use like a thingy-ma-do, but I really don't want to be in the kitchen anymore. I hate being in here. Okay, so that's that, and I just throw it in the oven, and then in like an hour. So what I am doing to demonstrate is this moment of determination. Now you can see that the lighting is awful, but you can sort of tell what it looks like. You see the browning is this way, and you can kind of see that it is a choco pie is what I'm. So okay, I'm gonna turn on this little light here. See, maybe it can. At any rate, it's a little bit too white, so I'm going to. We could use a little less of that, and I'm gonna throw it back in here. And in 5 minutes, it will be on the counter cooling for, I don't know, however long. Who cares? Bye bye. Okay, that's it.